Office microwave thief stopped when I made it inconvenient, not spicy. This happened at a small office, nothing dramatic or corporate movie worthy. We had a shared fridge and a single microwave, and for months someone kept stealing other people's leftovers. Not entire meals most of the time, which somehow made it worse. A few bites missing. The best part gone. Sometimes the container would be put back neatly, like nothing had happened, which felt almost insulting. Everyone complained. People started labeling their food in bold marker. Management sent out the usual polite email about respecting shared spaces and personal property. None of it worked. The food kept disappearing. What really pushed me over the edge was that it was almost always my lunch. Probably because I cooked things that smelled good when reheated. I didn't want to do the obvious revenge options, like laxatives or extreme hot sauce. I didn't want anyone getting sick, and I definitely didn't want HR involved. I just wanted the stealing to stop. So instead of making my food painful, I decided to make it inconvenient. I went out and bought a set of tiny containers, the kind usually meant for sauces or dips. The next morning, instead of packing one normal lunchbox, I split everything up. Rice in one container, chicken in another, sauce divided between two, vegetables in their own little cup. In total, 6 or 7 tiny containers. Then I taped all of them together with painter's tape until it looked like a strange, lumpy brick. On top of the tape, I wrote very neatly, "If you open this, you have to retape it the same way." I put it in the fridge and waited. The next day at lunch, I opened the fridge and immediately knew someone had tried. The tape had been cut, and the tiny containers were scattered across the shelf like someone had given up halfway through a puzzle. But nothing was missing. Not a grain of rice. The day after that, my lunch brick was still there. Completely untouched, exactly as I'd left it. Same the next day. And the next. After about a week, my food stopped being targeted entirely. Other people's lunches were still fair game now and then, but mine stayed intact. I think the thief wasn't bold, just lazy. And once my food stopped being an easy win, it wasn't worth the effort anymore. It was a little petty, and definitely extra work for me every morning. But it solved the problem quietly. No poisoning, no confrontation, and no office-wide drama. Just one thief deciding my lunch wasn't worth the hassle anymore.